Bro, I need to tell you something, dog.
What is it?
Honestly, bro, I haven't been feeling so good recently, bro. I feel like dating nowadays is super difficult and stuff. And honestly, bro, I'm getting demotivated by this, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but it could be hard now, but bro, like think about the future, you know. So much is to come still, you know.
I get you and stuff, but I don't see myself being in a relationship, bro. You know, I don't see it because so far, based on my history and based on realities, what reality's telling me, it's that dog. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna find love like that, man.
Yeah, but bro, is it the reality or is it the reels that you've been watching, bro? Cause think about it like this, bro. Last time you sent me
Mm,
a reel or like a short that it
yeah.
was like, oh, why do people that love hard tend to not find love or something? And I was like, bro, please don't send me that ever again, because bro, the thing is, I do truly believe that a lot of those videos, it brings like an energy to you. You know, if you
An
watch a lot of
energy.
stuff that is negative, like for example, the video that you watch, the title in itself is negative. You know, if you watch a lot of stuff that is negative, bro, it brings you that negative energy, bro. And then obviously the content of the video doesn't like actually apply to you. It's just a generic thing that people tend to be like, oh, that's a similar situation to me, you know. But it really isn't like what's happening with you, you know, because you might be a hard like lover, yeah, but your situation is different from maybe what the person in the video is saying, you know. And bro, I always think about it like this, bro, whenever I watch something that is like negative, like how you usually send me, bro, I'm like, bro, it's gonna ruin my whole day, you know. Like if I watch like at the start of the day something about like, you know, oh, you know, what she's doing after you guys break up, you know, I just get into like this, you know, like reflective, sad, you know, like mood, instead of like being happy that I'm actually here today and I'm actually like, you know, able to do stuff today. Because bro, I have my own brain, and a lot of the things is, you know, I find it funny. I might even explain like this. I find it funny how every time something happens to me, for example in love, then I have reels popping up right after about the situation that happened, bro. Like, isn't it so funny? Like, don't you have the same thing where, bro, like, for example, I broke up with a chick maybe a month ago, and right after I broke up with her, I get reels about, oh, what she's doing right after you guys break up, or, oh, maybe you should text her because she's still thinking about you, or maybe you should try to fix this because it wasn't really her fault. And I was just like, bro, I'm already a natural overthinker. With all this extra stuff, I feel like I'm stressing even more, you know? And that's why I deleted Insta, I deleted like TikTok, I deleted like YouTube and everything. Because, bro, like it brings you some type of energy when you watch these videos, you know? And not just the part where you overthink, but it just brings you this energy of like negativity, and then it like influences your day, influences your week, and influences how like maybe you would approach the day. Like if you have like a bad mood, you're gonna maybe keep your having a bad mood like the whole day. And that's why I also tend to like not really like watch anything like in the mornings. You know, if I do watch something, I watch it like in the afternoon as I'm like going to sleep, because then, you know, like if it does like affect my mood, then, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, bro, I think it's really because of like the reels that you've been watching, bro. Because it really does like do
Mm,
some like type of like brainwashing to you, bro. You know, just the mood, but also the way you think and how you view the world, bro. Like, you just because it happened to that person, you think that it would happen to you. It's like you have like this self defense on, because you were like, oh, this happened to him, so it might happen to me. And then you approach like life thinking about that. Imagine like every time that you approach a girl, you're thinking about the videos that you've watched in the back of your head. So every time that you go to a girl and for example, you you say hello to her and she doesn't say hello back, or she just like ignores you, you're just like, ah, it's I give up, you know, like there's no turning back and stuff. Bro, like that's not how life works, you know? Like people
Mm,
are different. You have to look at the cup like half full, you know? Maybe she just did it because she's having a bad day herself, or maybe, it's not the right way to approach her. It wasn't like the right situation, the right like the right place, the right environment, you know? So,
mm,
bro, that's a lot of the things that I think, bro. It's like, bro, like I do really think these reels and these shorts and TikToks and everything really like impact the way someone thinks. And then when they approach life, they don't approach it the same way they would, right? As they might have if they only like thought for themselves, you know. And I think that's why you have a lot of like that idea that it's hard to like date and everything, bro, because I think love is for everyone, truly, bro. Like you might say, oh yeah, what about like a fat guy that's in the basement, bro? The next day you're gonna tell me, oh, that fat guy is dating one of the like the nicest girls in my school. And how many times has that happened? How many times have you like talked bad about a fat guy and then the next day you're like, yo, the fat guy has like this really nice chick? So, bro, there's always love for everyone, bro. You know? So, it's a matter of time and it's a matter of like patience and really like, bro, I can't insist anymore how bad like these reels and TikToks and shorts are like to watch, you know? It like influences your whole like energy, it influences your whole mood, influences the way you think and you approach life. And then like yeah, you have these like pessimistic talks, like thoughts about women, and also when you approach them, you're gonna be like super pessimistic, and they're not gonna like that. You know, like if in the back of your mind you're already thinking that you lost, bro, you're gonna approach her like a loser. You know, so
mm-hmm.
yeah, bro, that's my opinion, bro. I really do think that, like, bro, a lot of the times you send me all these like shorts and stuff, bro. Like, please don't, bro. You know, because I'm good, and honestly, if I was to recommend something to you, bro, I would recommend you just stop like looking over at those reels and those TikToks, bro. Like it's just for your own good.
I guess your moms really were right then. It really is the damn phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, bro, when you think about it. Because honestly, I've been listening to what you're just saying, and honestly, I think being positive in today's generation is something that it's kind of hard to come by, bro, when you think about it. Because everyone in some way is always negative about something. And especially, I would have to say, especially the dating scene, bro. Because women are not happy and men are not happy, you know? And honestly,
I would
I
say I'm
think,
happy though.
yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah. I mean, it depends where you look at it. And also I would say, because a lot of people look at like being single as like a bad thing, but like they feel like they have something wrong with them or they're like a defect or, or they're like incapable of like being in a relationship, whatever. Obviously I'm speaking from the perspective of a man. I can't say anything, about the way women feel, but as a man stuff, I would say being single is one of the best things you can do to yourself. And why do I say that? Because when you're being single and you have no one to depend on, you really learn a lot about yourself and the way you think and the way you or like view the world. And I would say as well, it gives you the best opportunity to be one on one with God.
Yeah, but you could also think about it the other way around though. Like I said, like the cup half full, bro. Think about what you just said, and now think about, wouldn't being with a woman also add that to your life, bro? Because, bro, okay, let's say that, yeah, okay, maybe you're not so like independent and stuff, but bro, you can still have a relationship with God and with you. You can still like do everything in life and have a woman, and I do think that you can truly grow even though that you're like not single. I don't think being single is like the best thing that can happen to you, honestly. I just think that it's good that if you're single and you're progressing to like being able to find a good woman, you know like like for example, I think if you're single but trying to find a good woman, that's good, you know That's what I'm trying to say. But I think that being in a relationship is also very beneficial for you, bro. Like everything you just said, you could do it in a relationship if you think about it. And if
Yeah.
she's on the same
Hmm.
line as you, bro, you never know what potential you both can like get to.
Yeah, of course. And it all depends on finding, of course, finding the right woman as well. But to attract the right woman, you have to become the right man. And I would say as well, because typically I think God tests some people, uh, throughout their lifetime. Honestly, just through having less people around them. I'm not even saying girls in general, bro. I'm saying when I was watching this video and it's pretty interesting. The video was titled "When a Man Only Has no, When a Man Has No One But God." So when everyone has abandoned them, and he's just alone, then the only one he can depend on is God, and that's when he truly learns and understands who God is and how like how he's trying to like help you like help in your life, and I think that's very important, like I'm saying as a man again, I think it's very important, because you need to have that perspective because many people, they they typically depend on others, and then their relationship with God is not so good, which means then, they kind of are not that religious and they kind of treat God like, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. But in reality, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big deal because he controls everything about your life. So so it's really important to like develop faith and develop trust and patience, like we've been saying in our videos. And I think the only true way to really understand that is to be by yourself. I'm not saying you don't have to be single, but saying like being by yourself in a room, let's say it's only you and God. And then you have that true like moment of reflection, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree that it's very important to have a relationship with God because I do like truly believe that even having a good relationship with God means that you have good relationships with others, even including like a girlfriend, you know? So not just a girlfriend, but it could be like family, friends, but also a girlfriend because God does actually help you like also achieve that, right? And in a lot of senses, yeah, like God does give you many tests and make sure that you're ready for stuff that he's about to serve you with, you know? But again, bro, like I was saying, I do think that, you can still do all of this and be with a woman, because all these tests don't aren't always like about women, bro. And not just that, also a lot of these tests can also be a way to fortify your relationship with the woman, you know? But honestly, that's like a very good discussion, like you can always have like those two ways of thinking. Is it better to like grow by yourself or is it better to grow into a relationship? But honestly, I'd like to hear a little bit from the audience and see if they have anything. So if you have any comments, just comment down below and let's hear your thoughts.